Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. I'm here to give my Imola Grand Prix race observations and review, and without any further ado, let's get right into the video guys. Starting off with my first observation, Yuki is on fire. Yuki Tsunoda has been on fire this weekend. P10, nothing more he could have done out of the race, though I did expect a lot out of the car, especially seeing what it was able to do in qualifying, but the race pace was a bit disappointing to say the least. Yeah, honestly, nothing more that Yuki Tsunoda could have done. He raced really well, especially his move around the outside of Sargent was really daring and it was really good to witness. So yes, it was on the whole a very good weekend from Yuki Tsunoda, and I really hope he carries forward this momentum into the upcoming races as well. Checo drops the pace. Checo, man, Red Bulls did not look comfortable in Imola, but still his pace was not particularly great either. Starting on the hard tire, hoping for a safety car meant that his race was a bit screwed right from get-go. As Max even mentioned after the race that the medium comfort of tire felt good, but on the hard tires the RB20 felt like the car was driving on ice, which means that Checo immediately lost pace to the cars ahead and was not able to get past the cars that were immediately ahead of him either. But even on the medium comfort of tires in his second stint, he wasn't particularly quick. The only logical explanation to that could have been that him running through the gravel trap early in his first stint meant that he could have damaged the floor, which could have compromised his pace. Meaning that even on a tire that the RB20 was comfortable with, he was not able to make the most out of it. So P8, not bad, but at the same time it's not the best either. I think it's important for him to set his eyes on the Monaco Grand Prix already, because honestly there's no point in dwelling in what this weekend could have been for him. Albon's misery. Albon was running a very good race, but the pit stop issue meant that he fell a lap down from the leaders. Then the 10-second stop and go penalty meant that his race was screwed if not for a safety car, and that it was. This was one of those rare occurrences where the track had 100% record for a safety car, but oddly enough this was one of those races where the race was just very clean from start to finish, so no safety car, and he retired from the race 2 laps down from the leader. Honestly, it's a race for him to forget, but not for the team, because if it wasn't for the pit stop issue, he would have been right in the pack of Yuki Tsunoda, Hulkenberg and Magnussen train towards the end of the race, which meant that he could have had an outside shot at scoring points. Lando teases us. Lando Norris made this race somewhat interesting to watch by reeling in on Max Verstappen, which was otherwise a race that was pretty boring. He really seemed strong towards the end of the race than Max Verstappen. I really expected for him to close in and make the overtake on Verstappen to claim his second race win. But as he started getting closer to Max Verstappen, he started overheating, his tires sliding around, especially out of turn 4 if I'm not wrong, where he should have at least bottled the car a couple of times. But by the time he got up to grips with the overheating issue and really started to close in on Max Verstappen for the race lead, it was already the last lap, which meant that he finished the race P2 just 7 tenths behind Max Verstappen. It also goes to show the mental capacity of Max Verstappen. It was an absolute champion's drive. This was a race for him to lose because the odds were really against him, but he triumphed over them all to claim the race win for the team. Honestly speaking, though it was a bit of a tease, I'm still buzzing about it because Red Bull has finally lost the advantage that they had over the field since 2022, and the competition has arrived. I really hope to see Red Bull getting challenged for the race win in the upcoming races from McLaren and Ferrari. So for that, I'll absolutely take this slight disappointment up my stride. Ferrari's disappears. For it being a home race of Ferrari and the team making a debut of the much expected upgrade package to the SF24, the team barely got any camera time, especially at the second half of the race. The race was mostly focused on the pack behind them and on the 2 cars ahead of them, while both the Ferraris were running their own race. It seemed like Ferrari has the potential with this concept but has to unlock them, which is exactly what Leclerc said after the race. But at least the team managed to get one of the Ferraris up on the podium, so it's a bit of a consolation prize. And we are heading to Monaco this week, home race of Charles Leclerc, and Ferraris have historically always done pretty well around the Principality, so we could expect Ferrari to mount a much stronger challenge for both Red Bull and McLaren for the race win there. So yes guys, these are my observations and quick review of the Imola Grand Prix race, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. It was a race that I had high hopes for, but it kind of underdelivered, with the only saving grace for the race being Lando Norris trying to close in on Max Verstappen towards the end of the race. I don't know if the track needs some revision to encourage overtaking, because that's been one of the biggest weaknesses of this track so far, that it is really difficult to make a pass around this track. But at the same time, I don't know if I would want to make any changes to a track that is as historical and iconic as Imola. So yes guys, these were my observation and review of the Imola Grand Prix race, and I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments on what were your thoughts on the Imola Grand Prix race. I'm curious to know what is your take on it. So yeah, leave it down in the comments. With that being said, subscribe to the Rainmaster channel if you haven't already, and also hit the bell icon while you're at it so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And until next time, it's me Vinesh from Rainmaster, and I'm out. Love you guys, stay safe, peace.